Lead confidently with the perfect blend of empathy and assertiveness. So if you are an empathetic leader, if you have that natural empathy, you know what that means when you're in a position of leadership. My name's Melissa. I'm an executive coach and a management consultant, and I work with amazing leaders who believe in leading people first. And I help them build up their confidence, build up their communication skills and their influence so they can build high-performing teams and have the positive impact that they want to have on the employee culture as well as the business. Joining me today is Kelsey Ann. Kelsey Ann is part of my team. I do this because she's kind of like on top here. Kelsey Ann is a big reason why we're on live today.
So yes, I come in, I am your director of operations, and I offer the employee perspective for leaders to kind of just think about when they're, making those plans and deciding how they're going to approach different situations. I try to bring in that employee perspective so that, it's top of mind. And yes, I scheduled these lives so that we can share this information.
Absolutely. So, what is the struggle with being empathetic?
There's a lot. I think the primary one is that you feel like everything's going to land on your shoulders, right? It's the weight potentially of being that empathetic leader, of carrying all of everybody else's stuff along with your stuff that you have to get done.
And by stuff, we're talking about the problems, their struggles.
Yes.
So it does feel, when you care about people, when you care about your people and you want them to succeed, and you're noticing that they might not be succeeding or not succeeding in the way that they want to be succeeding, you feel that. You feel their frustration, their fear, their concerns, their issues, their resistance, potentially their disgust with maybe changes that are happening, or how things are being done, or processes that may seem unfair, or decisions that need to be made that are not to their advantage. And the reality is, as you're moving up in leadership, you're making bigger and bigger and more impactful decisions, and those decisions are becoming more complex at every level.
Mm-hmm.
The more complex the decision, the more difficult it is to find that win-win, to find a decision that everyone is going to be happy with. The reality is, those no longer exist.
No.
At the top. There will always be compromises. And when you're keyed in and aware of what other people are feeling and experiencing and what they care about and what they want, it's hard to make those decisions. And it's hard to make those decisions confidently, and then it's hard to speak and communicate those decisions while maintaining the relationship, right? And those relationships are important.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have relationships, you don't have influence, you don't have teamwork, you don't have trust, you don't have collaboration. So how do you hold those two things? Keeping those relationships, maintaining them, and making those hard decisions, and standing your ground, and holding the bottom line. How indeed? So here's your opportunity. Kelsey Ann and I have been planning, putting together a one-day immersive coaching experience so that you can have that time for yourself to explore what is that perfect blend. Because like coffee, and you guys see me drinking coffee because I drink a lot of coffee. You know, like coffee, there's a perfect blend for me, but there's a perfect blend for Kelsey Ann. Kelsey Ann, what are you drinking today?
I'm drinking an what is it? Sugar cookie with oat milk latte with decaf espresso.
Mm-hmm. And for Kelsey Ann, that's a different drink. This is her exploring a different blend. And as we evolve as individuals and as we evolve as leaders, especially if we're moving up and taking on more responsibility, it's important to keep looking at what is that perfect blend for you.
Mm-hmm. It's a good change, and it likely will.
Last week in the Executive Accelerator, my program, I work with very experienced leaders, and that was a topic that came up, the need to continuously re-explore and reset those boundaries. And this is the day to do that. So we're meeting on January 13th, which is next Saturday, a full day, where you're going to be discovering the secrets to setting boundaries that work, boundaries that can be clearly defined, that can be communicated with confidence, and that can be respected by yourself and others. And you're going to have that, to figure out that perfect blend for you so that you can have that trust and respect and that influence that you've been seeking to set up your 2024 to be the year that you want it to be. So it's a very personal journey. So this is a kind of like a time, I like to call it a time in. So I'm a parent. I don't do timeouts, I do time ins. So time ins is when we take a moment and pause to reset, to go and figure out what we want, where we are, and how we're going to get there. And that's what this day is about. So that you can recalibrate and align with your own goals and who you want to be as a leader. So this is a very personal journey. It's a very intimate group setting. There's going to be hot seat coaching, support. This is not speaking. You're not coming to listen to speakers. You're coming to have an experience that's going to be focused inward. You're going to, when you buy a seat, you're getting 2 tickets. You're going to bring a friend for accountability. All right. So a colleague or friend, someone who would benefit from this and someone that you want to have that experience with. And you need to act right now because we only have 2 days left until the registrations close. So they close tomorrow at midnight because we need numbers to finalize food prep and all of that good stuff. So you have until tomorrow night to buy your pair of tickets. How do we register, Kelsey Ann? What's the process for that?
So the process is I'm going to drop a link and they can go to the website and click and purchase the tickets. There are limited seats and we're about half sold out. So like, if you've been on that fence and you're, humming and hawing, I would just say, kick yourself off that fence and jump on board because this is going to be a very active workshop that you're going to be doing the work. Because if you've ever worked with Melissa before, you will know that she is a guide. She does not give you the answers. She will not be doing the work for you. So as she mentioned, it's not speakers. It's going to be you kind of pulling from your internals how you want to move forward in 2024.
Not to worry. All you need to do is the commitment to yourself, to your best self. I am the guide, I have the process, and I have the strategy. So you will be well supported throughout the day. Everything is provided for: food, your workbook, all of your materials, and we've got some fun materials. I have them behind me.
Yes,
Just
let's see them. And just a bit on the food too. Giselle at Bistro Le Chat Bleu is catering for us. So we're gonna have some yummy, yummy, yummy. If you've ever gone out to Bayvert and had Giselle's yumminess, she will be providing some soups and sandwiches or, something like that. It is gluten free and there will be gluten free and vegan options because we do know what it is like to live with food sensitivities. So anything that you need to bring with you to make it comfortable, more comfortable for you, please feel free to bring it along.
da-da-da-da.
Melissa, what are we doing with shovels and ladders?
Well, if you want to know, you're going to have to come find out. And if you've ever been to one of my workshops, you'll know that we have a ton of fun.
Mm.
As much as we're doing the inner work, we're going to have lots of fun doing it. It's going to be full of activities, of really, really interesting discussions, some self-reflection, some games, some metaphor work. And you're going to be walking away with something that a decision made for yourself, right? And starting to act on what that perfect blend is and doing it with confidence. Knowing what that is, that perfect blend, how you're going to communicate it, how you're going to live it and maintain it for the year so that you can create the year that you've been wanting. And I know that we've just done a whole lot of reflection over the holidays about what we want. So what would 2024 look like for you if you took a pause to recalibrate? I hope you join us. Again, what's included when you buy your ticket? You're not just getting one seat, you're getting two, one for yourself and one for a colleague or friend to come together to have that immersive coaching experience. You're going to get access to hot coaching, on the spot coaching. You're going to get access to your workbook, which will become your blueprint. So you can rinse and repeat. This is a process. Then you'll be able to redo for yourself over and over as when you need it, when you need that recalibration. Lunch is included. And all you need to do is commit to yourself. So let's make this the best year. I'm excited. I've been excited for the last 2 months since we've made the decision and it's finally here and the materials are coming in. So I'm excited and I will see you all on Saturday.
Okay.
Have a great one. Bye.